In Mark chapter 7, as you come towards the end of the chapter, you read that Jesus heals a deaf man. That's the heading of the paragraph, and that's what happens. But as you get down to verse 36, and Jesus charged them to tell no one, but the more he charged them, the more zealously they proclaimed it. And they were astonished beyond measure, saying, "He has done all things well. He even makes the deaf hear and the mute speak." You know, I think if we were in a Bible class and were to say, what does he mean by this? He has done all things well. What did Mark mean as he wrote it, as he's quoting what these people were saying? What did it mean that Jesus has done all things well? You know, somebody might say, well, he saw the good that needed to be done and he did it. And of course, within the context, the deaf hear and the mute speak. So we might say, well, yes. Somebody else might say, whatever he's done all things, he has done a good job with it. Done all things well. And with that, you might say there was excellence with what our Lord did. You know, I think this is something that we could strive for. No, not making the deaf hear or the mute speak. I cannot do that. You cannot do that. But I think we can strive for doing all things that we do well. It may be that you are in a class every day and it's algebra. And you don't like algebra. And algebra's tough for you. But you do your best at it. Or maybe you're at a job which sometimes seems mundane and boring. But you can do your best at it. Or maybe it's just you're doing some work at your home. And with the time you have, with the skills you have, with the tools that you have, you do your best at what you're doing. He had done all things well. We ought to be striving for excellence with what we do. I can say with regards to what all this might mean, I do think there was excellence with what he was doing. Maybe we should be more careful to do all things well. And in this way, be like our Lord. We would be so glad tonight if you are in need of being baptized. We could assist you in that, in completing your obedience to receive that forgiveness of sins. If there's a need for prayer, I'd be glad to take the time and pray for you. If you need to come, please come as we stand and sing.